Miss Reynolds, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. We're okay. We're hanging in there.
What do you mean by we're okay?
Well, we're the class. Everything's going good this year. We've had some bumps in the road with Kim. She's been a little aggressive. It's not my background to really deal with behavior aggression like that. I took a little classroom management. Being in gen ed, I'm just classroom management class, but a little Harry Wong here and there. But nothing this severe. Last week I had to send her to the principal's office twice.
Oh my.
Yeah, so, and I told Dr. Evans, I said, I really don't think this is a great idea to have her in here to begin with. So, maybe I'm coming at it from the wrong direction. I don't know, but...
So this is something that's just happening this week? Or...
She's been coming in, the past month? So, I think in the first couple weeks she was kind of quiet, didn't act out too much, but, when we're doing some group activities or when there's a little bit of downtime, she might, that's when I've noticed the aggression sort of started. And it's kind of hard to tell. I didn't get a good look at it when she pulled Cynthia Chambers' hair that time last week, and then she slapped Jimmy.
Oh wow, that's not good news.
No, so it's kind of devolved a little bit, taking a downward spiral. So I had to take her to Dr. Evans' office.
Okay.
So that's where we're at. We're doing okay, but and it could be there could be other issues too. So
right.
I heard isn't she going to two other classes during the day where she goes?
She is. She does get to go to a special area class in the morning.
Okay.
And then she does get to go to math.
Gotcha.
So she comes to you at the very end of the day.
Right. And that could be it's the end of the day. She might be tired. I don't know how she's doing in Miss McClare's class and Mr. Johnson's math class. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to them about it, but I know that she's. Last week was a rough week to say the least.
Oh
so.
wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're coming to me, and we're going to talk and discuss maybe some things we can help Kim with. So we're saying that she is being disruptive in class, and she's maybe touching others and being mean, physical.
Physical, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not good.
No.
So when that happened, what did you do?
Well, I told her to stop, sit down. I had to warn her a couple of times because she'd get up out of her seat, kind of go tap kids or mess with them. And then after the hair pulling, I heard a yelp, like a, hey, stop. And so I had to go over and say, okay, you're coming with me. And we walked down the hall.
Okay, so that happened all in one day. So you told her once to stop, so she had several warnings.
She had a couple of warnings where she was out of seat. There was one warning where she wasn't doing the work. I suppose I'd have them do. They're supposed to, when they come in, they're supposed to sort of start writing about. There's 2 questions on the board.
Like a bell ringer.
A bell ringer, yeah, a little bell ringer to get them started, and then we have a short discussion. So she wasn't doing that, and then later on when we were doing our getting ready to do our lab activity, she got up, and that's when she was being violent.
Okay, so it's happening more when you said there's more downtime. Maybe when you're not. Yeah. Have you ever stepped out of the room and you just go in and she's just all over the room?
Haven't done that. I usually don't step out of the room, but yeah, it's good. Transition. We'll do maybe during a transition and getting her motivated to actually do some work.
Right.
Seemed to be a little difficult. So.
Okay.
So yeah, we might want to work on that because there's not really downtime, but it's when you're getting your materials set up and you're kind of simultaneously giving instruction while you're getting your stuff, and she's just kind of distracted and sees that as an opportunity to, hey, I'm going to get up and do what I want to do.
Right.
I don't care if Mr. B, because the other kids seem to know, hey, I sit down, I stay put.
Yes, and then the other kids see that that's a problem. But so when she's in my room with me some of the day, I've noticed that she really likes to seek adult attention. Okay. So like if I ask her to help me sharpen pencils or maybe to put my books, like I have AR books that they can read, to help me put those back on the shelf, she loves to help me. Okay. So maybe that could be a possible solution, is that she does like to help the teacher. Also, I've seen that she likes to help other classmates as well. So maybe, letting that happen, some group work, maybe pairing up, So what else do you think?
I could talk to another teacher or another student about that. Yeah, and I think that's a good idea. So you're saying it might be good to have her incorporate, maybe help hand out materials. I usually pick somebody at the end of the day to help clean up.
Oh, that would be
I've
a
got
great
group,
job.
okay? So we could do some cleanup for her at the end. If she's pretty good, I'll let her do that. That's fine. I'm trying to think of something else that might keep her occupied.
Well, does she? When we said the pairing up in the
Uh-huh.
group, have you noticed? Does she have friends?
She doesn't have too many friends. Not
Okay.
in there. I think she's been sort of isolated in that sense.
Well, what about Brianna? She does talk about Brianna when she's with me.
Okay, so in a positive way. you
Oh,
think that
very
might-
positive.
I think that might be okay. Well, I could talk to Brianna and see if, and maybe seat them next to each other and see if I could, if she would be comfortable with that. I
That
think
would
a
be
little
good.
peer interaction would be.
I think the peer and the interaction with others will help her tremendously. And I did do an interest kind of like questionnaire with her.
Oh, very
And
good.
she does like computers.
She likes computer time. Okay.
And she loves cheerleading.
Okay. So, well,
Maybe
let's
we
see.
could find some time at the end of the day since you're the last class. Maybe that could be like a reward kind of thing.
You could do that. Yeah. You could do it 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Set it at
And if
5
she likes
minutes.
math, I mean, even though we could do cool math,
Mhm.
social studies is what you teach in science, so I know that Shepherds.com, that has to do with all the geography.
Right.
So
So have her on that maybe. Okay,
That'd be
that
cool.
sounds good. Yeah, we could give her computer time. We could do
that
some
way it
peer
takes
group.
the downtime, kind of.
Yeah.
So
All right.
as well.
I'm liking that. And as far as instruction, I can augment that a little bit for her, like have instead of, because there's usually 2 questions and there's short answer, they have to write at least a couple of sentences. So I could make that, shorten that for her a little bit.
Okay.
So just give me one of those. Just give me one.
That would be
Give me
great.
a sentence.
Okay.
So sort of alter that so when she comes in, she doesn't feel that she has to do overwhelmed.
And
Right.
that would be good. And then, so we've talked about all these solutions. Now, implementing them and evaluating them.
Mhm.
Were you thinking maybe like doing a checklist, or were you thinking what would work for your classroom?
I think for me, just a simple observation, and maybe, I don't know if I would call it a checklist, but I might have some sort of evaluatory form. Something like what they call an interval recording,
Oh.
to where I could look in when she comes in the beginning and then middle, sort of the first 10 minutes, middle 10 minutes, and just see, are these things, at the end of the day, is that helping? And just make some sort of notes, descriptive notes about it. Like,
That would be
that I
great.
could email you or just write down a note.
And I know that in your class you do have Miss Nelson.
I do.
So maybe I can ask Miss Nelson to kind of help you with
Right. She
doing
could have
that.
the recording, right, the intervals, right.
Yeah, that
She
would be
could do
great.
that and just see, is it, right. And we'll be able to tell,
Mhm.
from observation and description, is she, obviously, if she's not hitting somebody, we'll be able to tell. So,
Right.
So that's good. But we can do that to kind of, assess the measure. Is it working?
And I think this is something that we need to look at, maybe possibly weekly or every other week.
Agreed.
So I don't mind if we meet like this,
Mm-hmm.
or if we do email.
Okay.
So things that we are communicating about Kim and how she's doing.
I think that's a great idea. We'll keep open, and I'll see you in the halls sometimes, Pat, and we can have a chat about it, or I'll send you an email. That sounds good.
Okay.
And if things escalate, we can meet again, but if we can keep things going.
Right, and if we have several things that we can go. So, let's try one at a time and figure out what works best for Kim.
Sounds good.
So, and if she likes the computer system, that's great.
Yeah,
So,
that sounds good.
at the end of the day.
It's a more instant reward. Sounds good to me.
All right, so let me just rephrase what we were talked about. So we are going to have her help out more in the classroom, maybe have one question whenever she walks in on the board, so that she's not so overwhelmed. And if she's doing well, with even the downtime and things like that, then you will let her have some computer time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I will communicate that with Kim, which I think she'll be excited about, because she loves your class. She loves coming in there, and I hope maybe also communicating with Brianna, she'll
Sounds good.
work out. So
Well, we like having her, and I hope it makes a positive impact.
well, I want to help you in any way I can. So come to me with all that, and we can work something out.
Sounds good. Thanks, Ms. Reynolds.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.